Dear learners, I am Dr. Shweta Tripathi, Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering, School of Engineering and Technology, Indira Gandhi National Open University, New Delhi. I welcome you all in the MOOCs of Energy Resources and Conversion Process. In this week, we are going to learn about the wind energy. So, let us discuss first about the basics of wind energy. Let us first have a concept of wind, then we will go for the power generation. The learning outcomes of this module is to understand basics of wind energy, the basic theories that are involved in wind energy, basics of power generation, and we will also discuss the difference between a windmill and wind turbine. Wind, as we know that it is the natural movement of air across the land or sea. So wind is caused by uneven heating and cooling of the earth's surface and by the earth's rotation. Land and water areas absorb and release different amount of heat that is received from the sun. As warm air rises, cooler air rushes in to take its place, causing local winds. The rotation of the earth changes the direction of the flow of air, and wind is simple air in motion. It is caused by the uneven heating of the earth's surface by the sun, and since the earth's surface is made of very different types of land and water, it absorbs the sun's heat at different rates. Because when the land type and water surface is different, then absorptivity and emissivity and transmissivity of that surface is different. So the rate at which the heat is absorbed is also different, and so the motion of the wind is also different for different surfaces. During the day, the air above the land heats up more quickly than air over water. The warm air over the land expands and rises, and the heavier cooler air rushes in to take its place, creating winds. And at night, the winds are reversed because the air cools more rapidly over land than over water. In the same way, the large atmospheric winds that circle the earth are created because the land near the earth's equator is heated more by the sun than the land near the north and south poles. Today, wind energy is mainly used to generate electricity. It is called a renewable energy source also because the wind will blow as long as the sun will shine. Wind is the response of the atmosphere to uneven heating conditions. Local topography can enhance or restrict the natural wind flow. Suppose there is mountain, so the natural wind flow would be restricted. While wind is certainly a renewable energy source, it is also an erratic one. Energy storage is probably more critical for wind power than any other form of alternative energy. Let us talk about the characteristics of wind. There are some specific characteristics, and these include mean wind speed. Mean wind speed is the speed which estimates the annual wind yield, though it does not give the distribution. Then comes the wind speed distribution. There are three aspects, namely annual, diurnal, and the seasonal characters. Understanding the wind speed variations and the spread is necessary when we are choosing any site. Turbulence. Turbulence is the chaotic movement of wind in unpredictable patterns. Turbulence generally results from continuously changing properties of wind motion that impact on energy production and fatigue on blades. Then comes the long-term fluctuation. Irregular wind causes unpredictable energy supply, and before a wind turbine is set, the area should be studied for a constant wind flux. Then comes the distribution of wind direction. It is more significant in positioning of the blades, especially for horizontal axis types, that in which direction the distribution of the wind is moved. Then comes the wind shear. Shear is nothing but the change in wind direction, speed or the height at which the maximum velocity will occur. Then comes the wind speed patterns. Wind patterns are important and are often analyzed using a wind spectrum, and this spectrum represents a large change in the wind speed at the given time interval. A high value of the wind spectrum represents a large change in the wind speed at the given time interval. If represented on a graph, the peaks depict turbulences that occur with time. So these are the important characteristics on which the type of turbine that we are going to be used, or if we are going to select any site, these characteristics of wind are required and we need them. If we talk about the wind speed distributions, there are three types of distributions. In diurnal, what happened? It is caused by the difference between temperature during the day and at night. Then another type of distribution is depressions. This occur with 4-day intervals along the coastal region. Then comes the annual. It is the distribution that is dependent on the latitude of that particular region. To understand wind energy, let us discuss first the theory behind the wind energy. Generally, the theory of conservation of mass and conservation of energy is applied in the generation of power from wind. As it is shown in the figure, a duct is assumed to represent wind flowing in and out of the blades of the turbine. If the inlet velocity of the wind is V1 and outlet velocity is V2, and let us assume that V is the average velocity, that is average of V1 and V2, the kinetic energy at the mouth of the tube or duct will be given by kinetic energy is half mv square, that is 1/2 mass into velocity, and the changes in kinetic energy will be half m into initial velocity, that is v1 square, minus 1/2 m v2 square, that is v final velocity, that is velocity when the wind is outside the duct. As we know that wind is made up of moving air molecules which have mass, though not a lot, but there is. So any moving object with mass carries kinetic energy in an amount. Here the mass is measured in kg, velocity is in meter per second, and the energy is given in joules. Then if there is mass and there is velocity, there must be some momentum in the wind. So the momentum of this wind will be given by mass into velocity. Generally, air has a known density and it is around 1.23 kg per meter cube at sea level. So the mass of air hitting our wind turbine, which sweeps a known area each second, is given by the equation, that is mass per second is equal to velocity into area into density. If we talk about the power that is generated per unit area, it will be kinetic energy multiplied by momentum. So it will be 1/2 m into v square, v is average velocity, into momentum, that is mass into velocity, so m into v average. So from here we can see that the power that is extracted from the wind goes as velocity cube of the velocity, and this power is directly proportional to the density of air as well. This power is directly proportional to the rotor swept area as well. So the wind power generally depends on amount of air or volume of air, speed of air, that is velocity of air, and mass of air, that is density of air. And this density is the density that is flowing through the area of our interest, that is density in the flux. If we talk about that, if a wind is blowing at a speed of 20 meters per hour and a wind is blowing at 40 meters per hour, the difference in the power will be 8 times, because it is the cube of the velocity. So if the velocity is doubled, so the power will be 8 times. If we talk about the average atmospheric conditions of density and moisture content, then the power per square meter will be given by 0.0006 V cube. Here the velocity measured is in meter per second and power is measured in kilowatt. If we are talking about the SI units, 1 meter per second is approximately equal to 2 meter per hour, and 20 meter per hour wind velocity is equal to 10 meter per second wind velocity. So the power generated is equal to 0.006 into 10 to the power 3, that is 0.6 kilowatt per square meter. So 600 watts per square meter is the power that is generated from the wind, and this is identical to average solar power per square meter. Now let us discuss about the basic technology of the power generation from wind. Generally, wind electric generator converts kinetic energy available in wind to electrical energy by using rotor, gearbox and generator. Now let us discuss the various theories that are related to wind energy. So the first is blade element theory, and the blade element theory assumes that the flow at a given part of a wind turbine blade does not affect the adjacent parts. This subdivision on the blade is called annulus, and the momentum is calculated for each annulus. All the resultant values are then summed up to represent the blade and hence the entire propeller. On each annulus, an equally distributed velocity is assumed to have been induced. Then another theory is dynamic matching. The dynamic inflow model was incorporated to improve the estimations by the blade element and momentum theory. The basic dynamic inflow theory concepts helps us to estimate the effect of blade turbulence as well. The swept area is given by a dynamic state to help in deriving estimate mean velocity. The BEM theory gives estimates only at steady wind, but it is obvious that turbulences must occur. However, this is accounted for the basic dynamic inflow model to provide a more realistic estimate. Wind energy produced, especially in the horizontal axis type, is known to be the product of tip speed, the total number of blades used, and the lift to drag ratio of the side with an aerofoil. The readjustment to a new steady state of equilibrium is well explained by the dynamic inflow method. In this theory, that is dynamic inflow method, it is also known as the dynamic wake theory and is based on the induced flow, which is normally not steady. It calculates the inflow vertical to the rotor, taking into consideration its effect on the dynamic flow. It simply takes into consideration the wake effect, or simply the velocity of air vertically aligned with the rotors that is caused by the turning of the blades. It, however, assumes the tangential velocity to be steady, and this is referred to as the wake effect, and its drag lowers the efficiency of a wind turbine. Now, if we talk about the basic process, the wind turns the blades of a windmill like machine. The rotating blade turns the shaft to which they are attached, and the turning shaft typically can either power a pump or turn a generator which produces electricity. Mostly wind machines have blades attached to a horizontal shaft that transmits power through a series of gears which provide power to a water pump or electric generator. These are called horizontal axis wind turbine. There are also vertical axis machines such as the Darius wind machine, which has 2, 3 or 4 long curved blades on a vertical shaft and resembles a giant egg beater in shape. The amount of energy produced by a wind machine depends upon the wind speed and the size of the blades in the machine. In general, when the wind speed doubles, the power produced increases 8 times. Larger blades capture more wind. As the diameter of the circle formed by the blades doubles, the power increases 4 times. Like old-fashioned windmills, the wind machines that are used nowadays use blades to collect the wind's kinetic energy, and the windmills works because they slow down the speed of the wind. The wind flows over the airfoil-shaped blades, causing lift like the effect on airplane wings, causing them to turn. The blades are connected to a drive shaft that turns an electric generator to produce electricity. With these new wind machines, there is still the problem of what to do when the wind is not blowing. At those times, other types of power plants must be used to make or generate or produce electricity. Wind energy is the kinetic energy associated with the movement of atmospheric air. It has been used for hundreds of years for sailing, grinding grain, and for irrigation as well. This wind energy system converts this kinetic energy to more useful forms of power. Wind energy systems for irrigation and milling have been in use since ancient times, and since the beginning of the 20th century, it is being used to generate electric power as well. If we talk about the history of this wind energy, since ancient times, people have harnessed the wind energy. Over 5,000 years ago, the ancient Egyptians used wind to sail ships on the Nile River. Later, people built windmills to grind wheat and other grains. The earliest known windmills were in Persia, Iran. These early windmills looked like large paddle wheels. Centuries later, the people of Holland improved the basic design of the windmill. They gave it propeller-type blades, which was still made with sails, and Holland is very famous for its windmills. Then American colonists used windmills to grind wheat and corn, to pump water, and to cut wood at sawmills. As late as the 1920s, the Americans used small windmills to generate electricity in rural areas without electric service. When power lines began to transport electricity to rural areas in the 1930s, local windmills were used less and less, though they can still be seen on some western branches. The oil shortage of the 1970s have changed the energy picture for the country and the world as well. It created an interest in alternative energy sources, paving the way for the re-entry of the windmill to generate electricity. In the early 1980s, wind energy really took off in California, partly because of state policies that encouraged renewable energy sources. Support for wind development has since spread to other states, but California still produces more than twice as much as wind energy as any other state. Windmills for water pumping have been installed in many countries, particularly in the rural areas. Wind turbines transform the energy in the wind into mechanical power, which can be used directly for grinding, etc., or further converting to electric power to generate electricity. Wind turbines can be used singly or in clusters called wind farms. Small wind turbines called aerogenerators can be used to charge large batteries as well. 5 nations, Germany, USA, Denmark, Spain, and India, account for 80% of the world's installed wind energy capacity. Wind energy continues to be the fastest growing renewable energy source, with worldwide wind power installed capacity reaching 14,000 megawatts. Then comes the windmill and the wind turbine. The windmills that were used in the ancient days and are now common nowadays also, and the wind turbine that we are using to generate the electricity are same. Actually, they are very unique and different in many ways. Though the principle is same, but they are different. The windmill was made to help pump water and grind grain, very similar to the water wheel. In contrast to the wind turbine, which was made to produce energy for a clean and safe environment, both the windmill and the wind turbine have their own features which can help uncover their distinctions. The windmill is a much shorter machine than that of a wind turbine. The windmill uses more blades to catch more wind power, thus causing more physical work to be produced. The blades are generally connected to an axle and then lead to the gears of a pump or that of a grinding wheel to generate irrigation for crop production. Although the wind turbines and the windmill may be similar, they do have their differences when considering certain factors. Now let us summarize whatever we have learned in this module. We have discussed the basics of wind. We begin our discussion with introduction of wind energy, the various terms that are used during the generation of power in the wind energy. We have discussed that wind is a form of solar energy because the wind energy is available till sun shines. Winds are caused by the uneven heating of the atmosphere by the sun and the irregularities of the earth's surface and rotation of the earth. We are using the wind flow for many purposes. We can also generate electricity by using wind energy. Basically, it converts the kinetic energy of wind to some other forms of energy like mechanical energy or electrical energy as per our need. We have discussed the characteristics of winds and various theories related to wind energy like blade element theory, dynamic inflow model, and the basic process of power generation from wind turbine and windmill as well. Thank you very much.